Yes, it is always you versus yourself. In life, we have our own definitions of success, expectations, limits, and requirements. We include them in our decisions and choices, and we use them to comprehend the extent of our potential, to accomplish our ultimate goal. And what is our ultimate goal? It is to become worthy. Whatever we do it to become worthy. But the problem is that we want to become worthy in the eyes of the people around us, but not for ourselves. We want our parents, our friends, our neighbors to see our bright side, which achieved something. And this is the reason why most of the people do not allow themselves to go out of the box, because they are working, no doubt, but they are working to satisfy others and not themselves, which becomes their limiting factor. In this process to become worthy, it is seen that you and your definitions of success, expectations, limits, and requirements are continuously manipulated by your surrounding. Most of us are influenced by the decision of our parents, our teachers, and our friends. We live in a society that says put yourself last, and everybody tries to push you through a life that they define as the best. But you need to understand that you should be the one to define that what kind of life is worthy for you. We have seen a lot of people quitting their jobs to become entrepreneurs. We have seen people becoming writers after doing MBA or PhD. We have seen people dropping from their colleges to become actors or musicians. A few months back, I met one guy who did engineering from one of the top universities, and he told me that after completing engineering, he quit his engineering and did PhD in philosophy, and now he is a professor of philosophy. Everybody told him that in engineering he could have a much better earning, but he said to them that I don't care about income, but what currently I am doing, it provides me my satisfaction because I am doing what I wanted to do. A person, he was a manager in a bank. At the age of 38, he quit his job and started working as a chef in one of the restaurants. After a few months, he opened his own restaurant, and today his restaurant is converted into a chain, successful chain of restaurants. Thousands of such examples are there in front of you. No one knows more better than you yourself that where your potential lies. That's why I said that you should be the one to define that what kind of life is worthy for you. A worthy life is to understand yourself, to use yourself, to understand your worth, your uniqueness, that what defines you. And when you get an idea that who you are, who you can be, and who you want to be, to use it to make your identity in front of the whole world is what we define as a worthy life. You should not let others influence your definition of a worthy life, because no one knows you more better than you yourself. People think that your education, your job, your lifestyle defines you, but in reality you are the one who defines yourself by using these resources to bring out and develop your potential. Why there is a lot of emphasis on mindset, perspective, ideas, and values? Because a correct set of these factors helps you to define yourself in a much better way. Remember that it's you who take the initiative to think. It's you who imagine. It's you who make it an obsession. It's you who convert it into a dream. It's you who holds that dream. It's you who decide to follow that dream. It's you who make it a target. It's you who fights for that target. It's you who choose to try and not to give up. It's you who sacrifice your everything to achieve that target. It's you who choose to face the challenges. It's you who bring the passion. It's you who gives everything for your preparation. It's you who overcome your limitations. It's you who bring the change in yourself. It's you who choose exceptional steps. It's you who make the whole world admire you, and it's you who always works for you and make yourself a legend. Remember that it is always you and only you. And who makes you competent enough to pursue all these things? It is you and always you. The world can see you from the outside and can judge you, but who knows you best from the inside? It is only you. The concept of you versus yourself is all about helping you to understand that you are the in charge. It is always you who stands in favor of you, but ironically, who stands against you? It is you yourself. You might have noticed that sometimes you stuck in something and you struggle a lot to handle it. You blame anybody and everybody, but after it is resolved, when you rethink it, you realize that if I would have done it another way, then the issue could have been resolved easily. So sometimes the problem is with your perspective, with your ways, but you were so much busy blaming others that you ignored to see that the problem could be with your ways of handling it. This is the case with almost all of us. In your life, in your problems, you involve everybody, but you overlook yourself because no one told you that you are the in charge of whatever you do. Let me remind you that following others' commands is also a choice made by you. Taking the initiative to go out of the box is also your choice. Accepting the problem but never finding a solution is also your choice. Blaming others but never changing the perspective is your choice. Overlooking yourself and your mistakes is also your choice. It is you and always you. If you can add up something to your advantage, it is also you who can convert something into your disadvantage, because it is always you versus yourself. You need to understand this thing, that you are the protagonist, you are the hero of your story, you are the driver of your own bus. You need to choose your own routes and who works as the navigator in your journey. It is you yourself. You can go straight or you can take a turn, you can speed up or you can stop, you can go as usual or you can make your own ways, because it is always you versus yourself. No matter what you do, just remember, in the end you don't have to face anyone else but you. First and forever. You can convince others, but how will you convince yourself? Throughout your life, you fight for yourself, for your identity, for your success, your career, your relationships, your love, your dreams, your self-esteem. When you go to a party, you want the best clothes for yourself. You want the best job with high salary, the best life partner, the best life. But tell me, when you always want the best for yourself, then why do you compromise? Why you limit yourself? Why you settle with mediocrity? For majority of the people, concept of best is only till they have the best situations for themselves. But when life goes a little worse, they step back and compromise, abandoning the best for themselves. You can blame your whole day, you can complain your whole life, you can cry, but in the end, whose life is affected? Not of your parents, not of your relatives, not of your friends, but yours. Because it is always you for yourself. It is always your choice to choose the best or to settle with the ordinary life. It is always your choice to face the challenges to get what you want at any cost or to get tired easily. The point I am trying to draw is that you need to understand the importance of yourself. When you can understand yourself, you can understand your worth, and then only you can make your life worthy. If you can't understand yourself, then you can't find out what's worthy for you. Sometimes there are situations worse than you ever imagined, and they remain persistent, and you start thinking that I don't deserve happiness. You think that why always me? Remember that God never gives you anything which you can't handle. Everything has a solution to come out of it and to make it better. Just remember, if you can't find a way, then who can? If you read the history of any nation, when there were kings, always there was a fight for land and expansion of kingdom. No kingdom was safe. There was always a threat of war. People think that the king's life was very enjoyable, but they don't know. Yes, they don't know what it meant to be a king. He was responsible for his empire. He was in charge. If others were working for 10 hours, he had to work for 20 hours. Others could escape from tough decisions, but he could not. He had to be always war ready, ready for all worst case scenarios. The same is the case with life. This is your empire, and always there will be the war in form of challenges and crisis. You have to be always ready for any kind of worst case scenarios if you want to maintain and expand your empire through more and more success, because you can be tested anytime. A person asked me, Kartik, I have everything, a well-paid job, a beautiful wife, an understanding wife. I have all kinds of luxuries, but still every day it feels like I am just passing my life. I feel so dull and disinterested. What could I do? I told him that you do one thing, just for one day. When you wake up, you say to yourself that no matter what happens today, I shall stay confident and positive and I shall give my best. Start your day keeping in your mind for the whole day what you promised. After that, I met him the next week and there was a smile on his face with an unusual glow. I asked him, did he do what I suggested? He said, I did it not just for a day but for the whole week. And do you know? And he said to me that, do you know, I never saw my this side. I did things the way I wanted. My productivity was improved. If you want to know the magic behind this exercise, do it yourself and you will come to know. Someone suggested it to me and I am suggesting it to you. For those who are wandering around the same problem, do this exercise. In the morning, you decide that I shall stay confident and positive and I shall give my best for the whole day. No matter what happens, and you actually do it for the whole day. At the end of the day, you just evaluate that what you did the whole day and what you did differently from your usual days. You will see an increase in your productivity. You will see that your whole perspective was different, and most importantly, you will see that you enjoyed that day. But why? Because that day you were not influenced by your wandering mind or by anything else, but you influenced your mind to follow your command, to stay confident, positive, and to give your best. When you do that, you start analyzing things with a different perspective and your mind starts finding its ways to help you do what you commanded, due to which your true potential comes out, because you don't know that whatever you need, it is already present inside you, but it will not come outside on its own. You have to bring it out, and if you can't, then it will not come out, and you have to use it to bring a change in your life. There is always a devil inside you, inside your mind, who will try to disobey you, but what you commanded, you need to hold that thing so that you can limit that devil. When you hold your command with the determination that no matter what happens, I have to do it, then nothing can stop you. These words work like a magic. Say to yourself that no matter what happens, you have to do it. After whatever you decided to do, whatever it is, to stay, whether it is to stay confident and positive or to give your best or to win something, you have to say yourself that I can do this and I have to do this anyhow. You regularly get pieces of advice like you should work hard, you need to put more efforts, even from the people who never did it themselves. Everybody knows that hard work and extra efforts are necessary, but the question is that even after knowing their importance, who can embrace them? Definitely not all of the people, but who? Only those who can persuade themselves to understand the importance of working harder and putting extra efforts, because it is always you versus yourself. When people go to some competitions, you might have heard people saying that I was not well prepared for the competition, but still they won the competition. And when you will ask them how that happened, you were not well prepared, they will say that I don't know, I just said to myself before the competition that yes, I can do it and I have to do it and I have to win this anyhow, and I did it. It is not any magic or miracle or any coincidence. It happened because when that person said himself that I can do it, I have to do it, I have to win this anyhow, he persuaded himself to give his best, and it was taken as a command by his mind, and his mind started finding the ways to do it anyhow. And because he had a potential inside him to win that competition, it came out as he commanded himself to bring out that potential, and he succeeded. In such situations, when you make a do or die kind of a condition for yourself, that I have to do it anyhow, your true potential comes out. It is not like your true potential can come out only in some competition. You can bring it anytime. You just need to make a do or die kind of a condition for yourself during any opportunity by saying that yes, I have to do it anyhow, without getting distracted, and you will see your potential to make you do it the way you want it, and you will do the things which you never expected that you can do. But how do you make that do or die kind of a condition for yourself? For that, you need to understand the importance of every opportunity, every crisis, every failure, every introspection. Just think that when you will be in the final days of your life, then what you want to say to yourself? You want to say, shit, I could have done more, I wasted my life, I regret today. Or you want to say, yes, I explored myself and I gave my best. We humans, we have a tendency to skip things. We try to look for opportunities, but when one is present right in front of us, we overlook it, because we have a tendency to not lose our comfort zone. It needs an open-minded, opportunity-oriented person to avail the opportunity. We can become an open-minded, opportunity-oriented person only when we can understand the importance of every opportunity. Otherwise, we will skip those opportunities, especially those which include some kind of challenges, to prevent ourselves from the hardships. When we have a dream and when we face failures, struggles and downfalls while walking towards that dream, through them we understand the importance of small and small success, and we start searching for opportunities in search for that success. And when the opportunity comes, we do not let it go, but we strive for that success by giving our best shot to bring ourselves out of that crisis and adversity zone. But it depends on how badly you want something, because it is always you versus yourself. Why most of the people can't live a luxurious life day in? Why? Because they don't believe that they can live this kind of a life. They think that they can only admire the people. This leads us back to the idea of potential, and to the question that who can tell you what our potential is, what we are capable of, and what our future will be. Let me tell you, it's you and only you who can tell. We undermine ourselves by believing in others and others' curated methods to judge our potential, and then we let others circumscribe us and to make us limited. But let me tell you that potential is someone's capacity to develop their skills with efforts and coaching over time. It might be the case that you do not stand out of the crowd now, but you can be in the future. How can anyone know that where your efforts, your coaching and time will take you? No one knows. People will always underestimate you. They will try to limit you. They will judge you as weaker, and they will try to pull you down. But it is you who can believe in yourself and can prove all of them wrong by showing the world your exceptional qualities, by presenting yourself in a way which can prove that you are unique. It is said that becoming is better than being. So do not limit yourself. Do not limit your ideas of getting into something because you have never done that before. If you want to do something, then do it. If you do not have it, then develop it, but never be reluctant from choosing something you want to do. Just remember that the real fight is always between you and yourself.